I don't want to disturb this one too much, but this is the Avicularia minatrix, freshly malted. And that's about the best view we can get of this one right now without me just disturbing it too much. But successful molt. Abdomen looks stunning, doesn't it? So, yes, and there's the molt. So, I figured this one was on its way. Alright. Just wanted to show you. These guys are so fast, I have to be very careful. This is the Huntsman, Malaysian Huntsman spider, David Bowie, and freshly molted. So, just thought I'd give you a little sneak peek. I'm going to give it something to drink and we'll leave it alone. So another molt. Awesome. Alright. More molts. This is the Acanthoscurria insubtilis molt. And here's the spider. Very cool. Very nice. Another successful molt. So I'm going to give this one a drink, and that way it can rehydrate itself. Awesome. Alright guys, I got a new package from Kelly Swift. As you recall, I said I was going to get 2 tarantulas, and then I was going to get 5 of the same one that would go into the communal, and then I got a different invert right here. So let's check it all out and see what I got. Yeah, there's number 2. Sorry about the glare. Here's number 3. Here's number 4. And finally, here's number 5. Now, they probably won't commune as well as the pokies, or what Tom Moran has, the Monocentropas balforis, because as you saw in his video, the balforis are actually quite sociable. OBTs, apparently there has been some success with them living in a communal setup, but with them, it's more likely going to be like they're living in a condominium. Because they'll live happily in the same unit, but they'll each have their own kind of like hidey holes that they make themselves with their webbings. So I just hope that they won't cannibalize each other. I mean, there's always that risk that it could happen, but hopefully in this case it won't. But I think it's funny how these tarantulas are very quick to web. This one hasn't been in here very long, and look, it's already made itself like a little web bed. And then there's one over here that's already webbing. I just interrupted the mood, but that one was webbing. And then when I was opening these guys up, they had webbed themselves in the tissue that they were wrapped up in. So it's so funny that they do that. So that's probably what it's going to be like. OBTs, as you know, like to burrow, but they seem perfectly fine either burrowing high or low. So I'm going to provide plenty of substrate for them to burrow in. And I'm also going to provide like wood or cork bark or something that they can web up against or enclose themselves up against with their webbing. They do that a lot, so that's probably what's going to happen. It's probably going to be just like a condo setup with these guys. So maybe not be as interesting as the Balfouries like in Tom Moran's video, but still cool nonetheless, and much more affordable for me. So there's the OBTs. Triniochilus murinus. Alright, let's see what else I got. Can you guess what this is? This, I already have 2 other of this genus, and this will be number 3 of the genus. This is the Ephobopus cyanognathus, the blue fang. And I'm really excited to have this. As you know, I love the Ephobopus. I already have 2 of the murinus, and I have an Udaman. And I've had the blue fang on my list for quite a while of teas I want. And just like with the other Ephobopus, they do like to burrow. So I will provide plenty of substrate for it to burrow, and I definitely call these like your jack-in-the-box. They're very much like Chelobrachys, in my opinion. They pop out and go back in when they're spooked really quick. It's so funny. And that's how they grab their prey too. They grab it real quick and then zoom back in. It's hilarious to see them do that. Anyway, when I looked closely, I really can't tell if the Chelicerae is blue yet. If it is, it's very subtle, but I don't really see any blue right now. These are 1/2 inch, just like the this one's 1/2 inch, just like the OBTs. But you can see the legs are already that way. They're very gorgeous as slings. And then as they get older, the Chelicerae turns more of a purple color. But yeah, these are New Worlds and terrestrial / burrower. So, very cool. Alright, and then my last tarantula is a baboon species. Another one that I've had on my wish list. They used to be quite expensive, but now that they've been bred quite a bit, they've definitely gone down in price. This is the Idiothele mira, the blue-footed baboon. And the thing I really like about these is that they make their burrows very much like a trapdoor spider does. And I think that's just awesome. So yeah, just like most baboons, they do like to burrow. So they will need lots of substrate too. There you go. Alright, now, next I'm going to show you an invert that I've never raised before. Let's check it out. Alright guys, can you tell what this is? It's not a centipede, but it is a millipede. Now you see how small this little guy is right now? Only 1.5 inches. When they get stressed, they curl up in a little ball like that. And if they get even more stressed, they emit this, was it purplish liquid? That could be pretty harmful to your eyes and your mouth. But they only do that as a kind of a last resort. This particular specimen is called, now bear with me here, I got to practice on the name, an Archispirotreptus gigas. This is the African giant black millipede. And these guys, let me tell you, get to be humongous. You see how tiny that thing is right now? These guys get to be about 12 inches, thereabouts, give or take a little. So yes, this little thing right here is going to be humongous. That is, if I don't kill it first. But like all millipedes, they seem to really like fruits and veggies like romaine lettuce, cucumbers, bananas, that sort of thing. They can eat a big variety of fruits and veggies. Also, it's very important that you give them calcium. They have to have calcium. So I got some powder for them, for this one as well. These guys can live communally as well, but this is the only one I have right now. But isn't that precious? And of course, you know, they like to burrow, so you want to give them a damp substrate. Now I'm just going to use the cocoa fiber. I think that will suffice. Although some people use, I don't know what it's called right now, but this kind of substrate here, it's got like leaves and sticks and wood pieces, wood chips, stuff like that in it. That's great too, obviously. But I'll just use cocoa fiber. That'll be just fine. So yeah, I'm really excited to have my first. Well, I have. Yeah, this is my first one. I've never had a millipede before, or a centipede, or scorpion. So this is definitely different for me. So I'm really excited to see how big this one gets. And from what I understand, these guys are actually considered gentle giants. They're not really defensive at all. You know, like I said, they will curl up in that little ball. But other than that, they're pretty laid back. Isn't that sweet? Look at that. So there you have it, folks. My new package from Kelly Swift all came to me alive and well. It's fascinating to watch them walk, the way their legs walk. It's kind of hard to see their legs right now because they're just so tiny, but pull up a YouTube video. It's all, you know, there's lots of videos out there. Frankus Lee has a couple of these guys, and his are already pretty full grown, I think. So check that out. He's got some awesome couple of millipedes. Did you just poo-poo? Yep. Did you see that? He or she just poo-pooed on me. Is that the way you feel about me already? Alright guys, let's move on to their setups. Alright guys, this is the setup of my OBT Communal. I have these cups, real tiny cups that I got at a dollar store. And I have 5 of them in there that serve as caves. And the spiders may or may not use them. You never know. Just got a couple of sticks in there to web themselves around, behind, whatever. I got that little skull back there, and the hand, and there's the water dish, and a little decor there. And because I was leery that they might climb through this top here, I put some saran wrap over it and just put holes, tiny holes all around the enclosure here. And the substrate is just barely damp because I had to add water, you know, to the brick of a substrate. This is the Eco Earth cocoa fiber, and they really like it on the drier side, but it's just barely damp, just enough for the substrate to settle real well, and they can manipulate it better when they're making their webs and stuff. So there's how tall it is. There's plenty of substrate in there. They'll be able to stay in here for quite a while. So let's put them in and see how it goes. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just attempt to put them in their little caves and see how that goes. So here's the first OBT. I already made some web in there, which is quite funny. All for naught. So I'm just gonna scoop him out. Or at least try to anyway. Or I could just, you know, go wherever it wants to, although I would rather it not go there. That's where I would rather you go. Alright. Let's basket number 2. Now this one doesn't look like it made any webs, but saving it all for your new home, right? There's that one. And number 3. This is where a tripod would come in very handy, but I don't have one. Well, not a good one anyway. So, and tell you what, let me turn it around. That way you can see me put these in. I'll put this platform here that it was sitting on. Okay, that's a start. Alright, number 3. Come on. There. 3. And there we go. And here's number 4. Oh, now come on. It's not easy. It's a lot harder than it looks. There we go. And finally, let's see, this one over here. Let me scoot this over a tad bit. Sorry guys, that's what happens when you don't have a tripod. Okay. Let's see if I can set this down a different way. Maybe I'll get a tripod for Christmas. Well, okay, not there. Now that's not where... That's not exactly where I wanted you to go. But, it's better than actually out. Here. You'll like it in there, maybe. Here, go in there. There. Now be happy. Alright guys, they're all in there. And let's hope that this is a successful project. I will keep you posted. I may not see them that much, but yeah, hopefully it'll be a little fun nevertheless. Alright, let's move on to another tea. Alright guys, I decided to do the Phobopus cyanognathus next. I made it deep substrate because they like to burrow down. I made it a hole there if it chooses to use it. It may make its own hole, but we'll see. So I'm going to try to go ahead and put this one in. And the container's too small for a water dish, so I'll just have to be diligent and spray it down as needed. And the substrate's a little on the damp side because they like a little extra humidity. And so let's go ahead and put this one in. Don't you want to go in your little burrow? Well, you'll find it yourself. There. Let's get the lid on before it escapes. But there you go. There's that one. Alright. Now we'll move on to a different one. Next up, I'm going to transfer the Idiothyly mira. Got an ample substrate for its size, and I wonder if it'll make its trapdoor like they're prone to do, even at this age. I don't know when they start to do that, or if they do start as young as this one. We'll see. But again, the container's really too small for a water dish, so we'll just have to spray it down as needed, just like with the last one. Alright, now all we got left is the millipede. Alright, and here's the large deli cup for my millipede. I got some calcium dust, which is a must for them. I got, and some people sprinkle their food with it, or you can put it in a separate dish, whatever. A little water cap, and then I got some grapes in there, and I got this part open where he or she can easily munch on the juicy insides. And the substrate is the cocoa fiber, but I went ahead and added the leaf litter substrate that it came with, because they do indeed like leaf litter a lot. They like munching on the decaying leaves and burrowing in it. I also heard that with the fruit and veggies, you can let it go. You know, you can let it decay a little bit for a couple of days, and it'll be just fine, because they eat decaying veggie and fruit matter, and like I said, the leaves. And so my husband's going to go to the store for me tomorrow, so I'm going to have him get some bananas and cucumbers and romaine lettuce as well, to give more of a varied diet. But this is all I have right now that's good for this one. So I'm just going to put the millipede in here, and got plenty of substrate for its size to burrow in. And there it is, right down there. See, they curl up in a ball like that when they get stressed out, and then they'll uncurl themselves once they're relaxed. But so yeah, that's the setup, and I'm going to puncture some real tiny holes on the top here, and we'll be good to go with this one. Maybe it will uncurl itself in a minute, and you can see that happen. In the meantime, I'm going to be punching holes into this container lid. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how my OBT Communal works out, and then of course my two brand new tarantulas that I've never had before, and then now the millipede. So I am just ecstatic to have these. And so coming up, I will have a feeding video for all of my slings, and I will include my new animals here that I've gotten today, and give them a couple days or so to get them used to their enclosures and get comfortable in their new setting. So, yeah, it's already moving, and yep, it's already starting to burrow right there. Sorry, I don't really have a good zoom. Like I said, this camera zoom is broken. So, well, bye-bye. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video, and stay tuned for more. Thanks guys. I got another molt, guys. This one is a very fast grower. This is my Iridopelma hirsutum, the rib tree spider, freshly molted. So I'll give it a spray down, give it something to drink so it can rehydrate. Awesome.